Assalamualaikum and hello. In this video, we are going to learn how to draw aldehydes and ketones based on their IUPAC nomenclature. So the first step, you have to determine the parent chain of your carbonyl compound. So whether they are aldehydes or ketone, you have to determine by their own name. And next one, you have to draw the substituents one by one to the left. So let's try a few examples with me from example 3. For structure A, I have 2-phenyl ethanol. So this is my parent, which is ethanol. As you see from here, ethanol is aldehyde with 2 carbon atoms. So I'm going to draw my carbon atoms, 2 of them, 1 and 2. And I'm going to give the numbering. So the first carbon will be always the one that holds the double bond O, because this is aldehyde. So I'm going to put at the first carbon double bond O, and I'm going to add up one more bond to attach with hydrogen. And next one, I have the second carbon with phenyl. So phenyl is the benzene ring. So I'm going to put one bond attached to the benzene ring or aromatic ring. So this is my phenyl, and don't forget to fill in the rest of the carbon atoms. Make sure the second carbon for this case got 4 covalent bonds. So this is the structure for A. Now let's go to structure B. I have 2-ethyl-3-hydroxybutanol. So my parent is butanol, still an aldehyde with 4 carbon atoms. So I'm going to draw 4 carbon atoms for my aldehyde. So I'm going to draw in the structure for the skeletal one. So don't forget to give the numbering. So I have, this is my numbering. And the first carbon will be always the one that got double bond O. So I'm going to draw in skeletal, so that's why I'm not showing the hydrogen atom here. But I hope you understand there will be another bond here actually, which is the one that attached to hydrogen. But this is my structure for skeletal. I don't want to show it. Next one, I got my substituent, which is 3-hydroxy. So this one is the OH group attached to carbon number 3. So at carbon number 3, I got O and then H. Make sure it attached to oxygen atom. And next one, I got the last substituent, which is 2-ethyl. So this will be at position carbon number 2, I got ethyl. So this is my structure for B. Let's continue with structure C. I got this one as my naming. So the parent will be hexanol. So hexanol is aldehyde with 6 carbon atoms. So I will draw 6 carbon atoms. There will be like this structure. And give the numbering. So I'm going to give the numbering starting from the left. So it depends on you. And next one, hexanol, the first carbon will hold double bond O. And then if you want to show the hydrogen, you can show it. So this will be not the skeletal structure, but it is just a simple structural formula. Next one, I got at the third carbon, cyclopentyl. So this is the cyclic, but as substituent. Pentyl means 5 carbon atoms, so I'm going to put the bond first at carbon number 3 and draw my cyclopentyl. So this is the structure. And last one at position carbon number 4, I have 4-bromo. So put the bond first and after that attach to Br. So this is the full drawing for the structure C. Let's continue with structure D. I have 1-cyclobutyl pentan 2-on. So pentan 2-on is my parent, which is my ketone with 5 carbon atoms. So I'm going to draw 5 carbon atoms. and give the numbering. Next, for ketone, it must contain double bond O, but here it mentioned at position carbon number 2. So put the double bond O at position carbon number 2. So I got 2-pentanone. And next, at position carbon number 1, I have cyclobutyl. So put the bond first, and after that you show it as cyclobutyl, the square shape. So settle for structure D. Next one, structure E, I have this naming where my parent will be cyclohexanone. So cyclohexanone means that I have cyclic ring with 6 carbon atoms and it is a ketone. So draw the ring first, cyclohexanone with double bond O. So automatically this one will be the first carbon, and I'm going to give the numbering so that you can see it very clear. So this is the numbering, and after that I'm going to draw at carbon number 5, you have 5-methyl. So I put methyl here, put the bond CH3, and at carbon number 3 I got isopropyl. So put the bond and then kaki ayam. So this is the structure for E. Let's upgrade the question. So here I got hex 4 in 3 on. So if you take a look carefully, this naming is quite different from the others. So as you see here, you got hex as your parent, but it is a ketone with 6 carbon atoms. So at position carbon number 3 here, you got the double bond O. After that, you got this one, which is 4-in. ENE is for alkene. So it means that at position carbon number 4, I have double bond. And this double bond will be between carbon number 4 and carbon number 5. So how to draw this structure F? I'm going to show 6 carbon atoms first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So give the numbering. And after that, I'm going to show at position carbon number 3 my double bond O, my carbonyl group. So I have double bond O. And next one, at position between carbon 4 and carbon 5, I have double bond. So this will be structure F. So please be careful. It's quite special for this case. Next one, we go to structure G. I have my parent, which is pentan 2,4-dione. In this case, your parent is 5 carbon chains with 2 carbonyl groups at position carbon number 1, number 2, and number 4. So I'm going to draw 5 carbon atoms and give the numbering. And what's next, at position carbon number 2 and 4, I have double bond O, which making this structure as ketone. Next one, I have at position carbon number 1 and 5, there will be Br atom. So I'm going to put the bond first at carbon number 1 attached to Br. Same goes to carbon number 5. So this is the structure for G. Next one, we go to structure H. So this is a bit special where I have my parent is butanol. So this is aldehyde with 4 carbon atoms. So your aldehyde will be double bond O at the first carbon. So I'm going to draw first my aldehyde with 4 carbon atoms. So put the numbering, and then at first carbon always double bond O, and then you got aldehyde with attached to hydrogen, one of the bond at first carbon. And next one, you got a special name here, which is 3-N. So 3-N here, means that you have double bond. So this is double bond. This double bond means that it is between carbon 3 and carbon 4. So I'm going to put my double bond here. So this is the structure for H. Let's go to the next one, which is structure I. I have my parent, which is cyclohexane 1,3-dione. So this is cyclic ring with 6 carbon atoms. So draw that first. And then after that, you have to put your numbering. So I'm going to put the numbering at each of the carbon atoms. And at position carbon number 1 and 3, I have dione, means double bond O. So I'm going to draw that, double bond O here and double bond O here. And next one, at carbon number 5, I have methyl group. So I'm going to put one methyl group at 5th carbon. This is the structure for I. Last one, I have 3-propyl 2-heptanone. So my parent is 2-heptanone. This is ketone with 7 carbon atoms. So I'm going to draw 7 of them. So this will be my structure. And give the numbering. And after that, at carbon number 2, I have my double bond O. So don't forget that. Put the bond, double bond, attached to O. And next one, I have my substituent at position carbon number 3, which is propyl. So I'm going to put it as this one, with 3 carbon atoms as your substituent. 1, 2, and then 3. Another way, you can also write it down as CH2, CH2, CH3. This one also acceptable, but make sure you attach to CH2, not CH3, because CH3 will be at the end of the chain for your substituent. So this is the structure J. So that's all for the drawing of aldehydes and ketone. I introduced to you 8 simple drawings for the naming of aldehydes and ketones. I hope you can do the exercise 1 for your enhancement. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.